G'day guys, welcome back to the Aussie Gooner channel, and yes, I'm in the fucking football capital shed. It's all sexy and pretty now with Arsenal in the background and that, but you know what? I thought we had to do it properly this time. The discussion today, guys, a discussion that needs to be had. Arsenal, Man United. Can you guys fucking believe it? Where the fuck are we right now? Would you ever have guessed? I wouldn't have. I was fucking thinking fourth. But you know what? I've got guests. I've got the guests. I've got Man United represented in the best of ways in Australia. Pound for pound, can't be beat, won't be beat. These guys are the guys. I don't fuck about. I'm only going to bring the right people on the show. So I'm gonna bring in, first up first, is I've got Ramy in the building, the big man.
How you going, mate?
Bro?
How you going, mate?
Welcome to the Aussie Gooner channel, representing Man fucking United in Australia. How you doing?
Thanks, brother. It's an honour to be here, man. I'm glad I'm on your channel. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it, man.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Thanks,
I'm not going to
brother.
go to Borche. Fuck him. We've seen him 1,000 times. Okay,
Where's the respect in your own studio, bro?
We're gonna up the payment on that invoice. So
We'll talk dollars and cents in a minute. I'll make sure it makes sense. Zeake, you've already been on the channel before, but welcome to the football capital hub, man. This yarn, mate. I couldn't have done it without you. I'm representing Arsenal with a fellow Australian. Check it out, guys. You know what I mean? How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Good. Happy, man. Can't complain at the moment.
Top of the league.
Yeah, it's not often where we are, so I'm just enjoying it.
Jumping for
making
joy,
the most of it.
Yeah. All right, Borche, how you been? All right? Yeah, good? Feeling good?
I can't complain, man. Just watch out for the red belly that's gonna come your way, you know.
Sure, but,
In that corner
I'm not
there.
phased.
Not
He
phased?
wants to come sit next to me, by all means, bro.
Okay,
It's all fucking fine.
No worries. I've booked it in.
We were talking
I've
snakes.
booked it in just about now.
I'm not surprised you got snakes lying around. You know what I mean, bro? You had one once upon a time. You got rid of him quick, didn't you?
Bit of Angel Di Maria's, yeah. Oh, you're talking about Ronaldo?
Yeah. Who else am I going to be?
I think he's talking about his owners.
Bro, I can talk about your owners, my owners. They're snakes, bro. Side by side.
There's belief now. There's
It's either
belief.
Van Persie, it's either Sanchez. There's too many.
It's brown
There's
snakes
too
everywhere,
many.
bro. Brown snakes.
Everywhere.
I'm telling you. But guys, look, I'll put this yarn together because honestly, I'm fucking in absolute awe at the moment of Arsenal. And at the same time, we were chatting this at the start of the season. Arsenal, United, the expectations from the fans. They weren't fucking big because the teams at the moment were a fucking struggle street. Arsenal previous season, supposed to make the Champions League. What do? We fucked it. And
Bottled
that's
it.
Bottled it, fucked it, whatever you want to call it. In
Yeah,
Australia, we
that's
don't
what I
bottle
call
shit, we fuck shit. So we fucked it royally, right? Seriously fucked it. You know what I mean, Borch? I have to correct you on that, mate.
Sorry, mate.
This is not a UK podcast, and we are not fucking fake pundits. Guaranteed. This is real fucking shit here. We don't muck about.
Happy Australia Day, by the way, guys.
Oh, yeah, happy Australia Day.
Happy Australia Day.
Speaking of how we do it down here.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, Borche. Cheers, bro.
I'm loving the settings. So, I watched Arsenal last season, and I was like, what am I expecting this season? I'm going to start with Arsenal, and I got my man Zeake here. This season, Zeake, my prediction was what I wanted from Arsenal was a top 4 finish in Europa League. What were you expecting, you yourself, this season, previous season? What was your bare minimum? I want to know what your bare minimum as an Australian Arsenal fan, what was it?
Arteta out was one.
Well, that was
Not me.
Oh,
No.
okay. No, not me.
To be
Not me.
to be completely honest,
No receipts?
I was in a very similar situation to how I look at the Eric Ten Hag situation at the moment. Give the guy time. Let him bring in the players that he wants. I knew he had a way of football that he wanted to play, and I just felt, unless he's got the players and he's brought in the players he wants to bring in, then how can I judge him? He's inherited a team of players, so let him at least bring the players he wants and, judge him then. And, at the beginning of the season, I think for me it was more about top 4. I'll be completely honest. I was like what you said. Like, I would have been happy with that, especially based on, what had been happening. But where we're sitting now, I'll take that. So, not going to argue at all. So.
Anything sitting above top 4 and only having 1 L to these fucking pricks, of course you'll take it. I'll take it too.
100%. Sure.
To be honest, mate, I couldn't agree with you more. I was happy to give him a bit of a chance, mainly because I was seeing something last season. But I thought to myself, if I didn't see a little bit more of a bit of more success this season, I was ready to get rid of Arteta early. And that's just my opinion. I was ready to tell him, fuck off. And I'm happy to say it. Everyone's like, oh no, I want Arteta in now. No, fuck off. I'll call it. I was saying I can't be fucked for this guy because he's a novice. He's an absolute novice. I mean, I've got my Man United boys in the middle, right? I've got Zeke's opinion. Ramy, your boys. Ragnick gone. Solskjaer just didn't work out. Ronaldo was still there. In comes Eric. This bloke knows all about him. Not many people did. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? What were you thinking from your owners? Were they going to back you? And what were you thinking about the manager? What were you expecting?
Well, it's Conte,
What were you expecting?
I got desperate at one point. Watch is right. I did speak potentially about Conte because I got desperate at one point. But thank God that didn't happen, and Tottenham copped him.
I might have to go to the blue side if that
happens.
At least they need to see some football.
Look, Steve, look, I think Arsenal United share a lot of, I guess, common interests, common perspectives on football from our teams. I think we both, for me, top four was the expectation this year, and if we do get top four, I'm quite pleased with it.
Start of the season,
based off how we've been going the last few years. Look, yes, you're right. Borch has been talking about Ralph, to be honest with you, for a while now. He showed me the interview when Ralph was talking, and that Eric's going to come in after him, and all that discussion, and we were talking about his perspective on the game, the way he viewed it, and based off that, I started looking into Eric myself, and it was quite exciting. He has that persona where don't mess around. I'm the manager, and that's what kind of Sir Alex Ferguson had back all those years. So did Arsene Wenger. Where if you mess around, you're off. It's simple as that, and that's the kind of presence that we need on the sideline, in the change rooms, in the training grounds, and all of the above. So, look, I'm obviously coming off the loss with you guys. I'm disappointed, very disappointed. It's never nice, losing to Arsenal, and never nice losing in general, especially when we're at our worst. We somehow always beat Arsenal. It's just a thing. We always beat you guys. But look, expectations top four. I love where the squad's at the moment. There's still a lot more to go. There's a lot of work to do. We're still missing players. We still need to sign. I think we're still missing that striker. Yeah, we signed, Wenghurst and that. But there's
like a Band-Aid.
There's still. It's not the solution yet. The back line for me. The fact that we fixed the back line is a relief to me. It's still work to do, but we've got depth in the defence now. Martinez was out, no problem. We got Shaw, we got Malacia, we got Delo that's not playing. So Wan-Bissaka's back. All these players we have with depth is exciting to me, yeah? So, look, I'm happy where we're at the moment. Mathematically, we're still in the title race, so I'm never going to give up hope on that. That's for me, to be honest with you. But top four, look, if you told me beginning of the year top four is what you guys will get, I wouldn't be pissed off.
Shake my hand.
Yeah, I wouldn't be pissed off. Yeah, this win would have taken us close to you guys. So that's where I'm at the moment. Yeah.
Mate, you know what? I don't know. Borche's sitting there. He's not agreeing. He's not disagreeing.
No, I'm pissed off about.
What are you pissed off?
Because Steve wanted to do this yarn maybe a week or so ago. I said, Steve, why don't we just wait after the game? Like an idiot.
You fucking idiot.
Now, and you know what?
You might as well just wait after the game and talk about the game a little bit or whatever.
Last time you say that.
And did you realise that I was like, yeah, sounds like a great idea?
It sounds like a great
I mean, I started confidence that we're going to beat you guys. I won't lie.
I don't know why you were, but it's all right.
90th minute winner.
You started this season. Remember we did that? We did a show where we were talking about who's going to finish in the top, first, second, third, fourth. Our predictions for the season. And I can't really remember your predictions for Man United.
I said third. I said I can see us coming third, which is where we're sitting fourth on goal difference. But I could see us coming third. I didn't pick Liverpool to be dropping that far down. Obviously, I had Arsenal maybe fourth or fifth this season, and Liverpool in that second or first spot. Yeah. Second I had, and City to win the league. Yes. It's been a bit flipped on its head a little bit with Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs. I know they're 3 points behind us. We've got a game in hand.
Potentially still, 6.
You rather have the points than the game in hand at the end of the day.
Of course.
So look, it's not really locked in for us, that top four. So like at the moment, but there's still a lot of work, and a lot of the things that Ramy said. The manager has come in, and in 6 months, and I don't know if it's a true quote. So maybe someone can correct me, but there was a quote running around about Henry. He said that what Arteta has done in the 4 years or 3.5 years that he's been at Arsenal, Ten Hag has pretty much done that in the 6 months that he's been here.
I saw the same one.
I saw the quote. I don't know if he said that. I just saw the writing.
Unless it's on video, I don't believe him ever.
But whatever. I'm pretty sure someone...
Receipts.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if it's been going around and if that's what he actually said. I haven't seen the actual clip. And look... I'm happy, man. I said coming into this season, I want to see us, the teams that we should be beating, we need to beat them. So your Evertons, your Nottingham Forest, the teams that are Bournemouths and all that, we need to take care of them. We need to do the job. Awesome. We can't just they can't rock up to Old Trafford and think they're going to run amok. Okay, Brentford and Brighton at the start of the season, we still had players like Maguire playing. There's still Ronaldo there. Even though I don't think Ronaldo was part of the problem while we lost them 2 games, but it was just a lot of shuffling around who's staying, who's going. So them 2 losses at the start of the year probably hurt us a little bit now in terms of the position, but it was beating the teams that we should be beating and competing with the top 6. Not going to Anfield, Liverpool coming to Old Trafford and wiping the floor with us again. Yes, okay, we got beaten by City 6-3. That was a game that we're going to learn from. And in a rebuild, with a new manager, new players coming in, you're going to get these games. We saw it with Pep when he came in, and especially with Klopp. Klopp was winning games 5-4.
5-4.
It was high scores, but they were conceding goals.
Yeah.
They had the strikers to get them the goals. We don't. At the moment, we rely everything on Marcus Rashford. You got to remember, we lost 4 strikers, especially going into this Arsenal game.
Martial was out.
Well, Martial's injured. You can't rely on him.
Sancho.
No, I'm talking about the players that we lost. We lost Cavani, Mason Greenwood, Ronaldo, and Martial can't stay fit. There's 4 strikers.
Yeah.
We had to get Weghorst on a 6-month loan because he
just a band-aid.
Of course, a band. He's not going to.
He's not the solution
unless he outperforms whatever, and then maybe they sign him as a backup option. And I don't think he's bad as a backup option because his link-up play, the way he comes in and opens play, like when we scored against Palace, he dragged 3 players away, and Bruno was free just in that penalty area, and he scored. So
there's quality.
There is 100%.
But like you said, there's a reason you brought him in on 6 months.
Yeah. And also, you got to remember, our owners are selling the club now, so they're not going to spend the money. Everything has to be loans now. They're selling the club. Why would you spend money for you now to leave? That's another thing as well. So with all these other problems as well, my managers come in, got rid of the club captain. Not got rid of him, but hey, you're not playing. Sit down. Not on the bench.
You got to step it up.
And he's playing Luke Shaw at centre back rather than him. So this is what the fans were calling for. If you're not fit enough to wear the shirt, if you're not fit enough to fucking play for the club, take a seat.
Mate, even Rashford in form. He was late at training, whatever, benched him.
Late for the team meeting, you're
benched. I don't care how good you are, you're benched.
Same thing that happened with football. With
and this is why.
Exactly right. And this is why I was saying earlier, this is the kind of manager we need. Yeah, it's that persona.
The way the whole Ronaldo situation, the way he handled it, was spot on.
Brilliant.
It was very classy.
Professional.
Exactly. To be honest, anyone can say what they want about disrespect and all that, but he literally backed him, took his side in every interview.
All the way.
Protected him the whole way through. And even after he left, he didn't have a bad word to say about him. Eric Ten Hag, he knows what the job is. This is one of the hardest jobs in world football. From someone to be a successor from Sir Alex Ferguson. How many managers have we gone through? Yes, I understand the board is a big part of the problem of not giving the players that the managers wanted. When David Moyes came in, he was in fucking Munich scouting Thomas Muller. And you know what? He's Fellaini. And then we give you Mata in January. And then when came, Van Gaal, the same things. Di Maria becomes available. Galactico signing, the guy left in a year. 60 million, got rid of him literally the next window or at the end of the season. Now we need players where... The right players where they're going to suit the system. Who's this Malacia kid? Hijacked him from Lyon, that deal. He could come good. He hasn't... None of our signings at the moment have put a foot wrong. Eriksen has been fantastic. Casemiro has been fantastic. I'm not saying they've been superb. Eriksen on a free, 7 assists, 1 goal, 7 assists or 8 assists on a free.
Smart buy, man. That was a smart buy.
That's a no-brainer.
That's a number 10.
That's an absolute... And he's proven in the Premier League too.
That's a number 10. That's a guy who can play number 10.
100%.
Spurs needed.
Well, he was Tottenham's best player back then, and he came to Brentford, killed it at Brentford.
Well, he went
through all those health problems and the bounce back, the attitude, the personality to come back and do what he's doing right now.
He plays 90
starting
minutes.
For United every week.
And then you have him. All right, Anthony came when he first came. He was scoring the goals. He's still got to adjust to the league a little bit. 80 million, yes, we could have gone for 50 at the start of the window.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where the owners need to pull their finger out of their ass. If you're going to wait to the deadline day, you're going to pay the big dollars.
Right.
And now the price tag is weighing heavy on him or everyone else. He doesn't feel like it is, but everyone else, the media, rival supporters, expectations.
And then the big one was also Martinez as well.
They're in the back.
Massive. He's too short, don't sign him. Look at him. And now he's proven that now Shaw's doing it too at his height. So
and not only the signings that he's brought in, it's also
the hunger, the passion.
Improving the players.
The players are better.
Marcus Rashford from last season, all right, he played through injury. If he can keep up this level and even get better, maybe this is why a couple of seasons ago they were comparing him to Mbappe. Because some of the goals that he's scoring now, it's
ridiculous.
Very.
Put him in PSG. What's he doing right now?
I'm not here to compare Mbappe and all that, but when we're talking about levels, you look at some of the goals that he's been scoring. They look similar. The way he's running at players, not scared to take on players. Luke Shaw was done for. Luke Shaw was finished. He's got the best out of him.
Wow.
Looks like a brand new player.
He's a centre back as well. He's got
But you know what? It's not only that. It's not only that. Adding to Borche, it's not only that though. It's you see every time De Gea makes a save, the way Martinez, Dalot are just yelling and so passionate. They're grabbing their jersey.
That's why you look at Arsenal.
It's that hunger, the passion that's in the squad now. They want to play for the badge now. That's the difference.
And that's the similarity between the two teams at the moment. That when a tackle's been put in, when Ramsdale makes a good, when even Ramsdale makes a good save, you're gonna see. Centre back, you're going to see Zinchenko, you're going to see Gabriel, you're going to see Saliba. It's all high-fiving, it's all getting into it. That togetherness, it's about a team. And those are the things I'm seeing that are very similar about Manchester United at the moment and Arsenal. The two managers, the two respective managers at the moment aren't building on individuals. They're building a team. Culture, and everyone has a job to do. Do your job. And the first job is you need to play as a team. Having those individual players, and I'm not saying the Mbappe isn't a good signing. I'm not saying a Ronaldo isn't a good signing. But if a player like this is going to be the only player that's going to be overshadowing everyone else, then no one else is going to put in the shift. And that was, I think, a massive problem for me when I used to see Ronaldo at Manchester United. I say, oh, like this, as an Arsenal fan, because everything was almost funneled through him, had to be funneled through him. And when I looked at it, I said, that's perfect.
And that's the thing, like...
But that's no longer an issue.
Yeah, but that's the thing, because you need to... These big stars, Mbappe is a fantastic signing.
Phenomenal.
But he has to be the last piece of the puzzle. Do you know what I mean?
Precisely.
Everything else has to be ready for someone like that to come. And this is why Man City have been winning leagues for so long, because before even Pep arrived, they knew they were getting him. There was already talks with Sheikh Mansour and Pep, and he was going to come in however long, 2 years or in 1 year's time, he was going to be there. So what did they do? Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva, all these players, they got in for him early before he came. Now, even though they were Pep's players, they're not really on the book as he bought all these players. He didn't buy these players. They're already there because they planned for Arteta to come in. For Pep to come in. And then you look at now, they win the league last year. They won it back to back again. Liverpool won it the year before, then 2 times again before that. They've got all the puzzle there. What did they now need? Erling Haaland. There you go. People might say it doesn't work.
How many goals?
He's got last year's. He just beat last
24?
Last year's Golden Boot record.
24. He's already
got
broken.
how many games left?
19 games.
Half the season, man.
Left.
Half the season to go.
He's
Four
got
hat
nearly
tricks.
more goals than every team in the league.
There's like 6 teams combined. I saw that. 6 teams combined there. He scored more goals than all 6 of those
But
teams.
it's not even that. It's like
crazy.
those are the record of scoring the quickest of 4 hat tricks in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Van Nistelrooy was like, it's either 61 games or 81 games. This guy's 19 games.
It's mental.
And
what he's done.
It's unbelievable what he's done.
So this is what I mean. They had the team ready for, do you know what, Erling Haaland. People might say they're lacking a little bit now because Haaland's there, and you know it's not the same because Pep's system doesn't really have that focal point up front. But at the same time, you look at it, he's getting the goals. Yep. And another thing is, to win the league 3 years in a row, to have that same mentality. These players majority of this squad have been winning the league, not just from 2 years ago, from 4 years ago, 5 years ago. To have the same hunger and mentality every single season, it's just so hard. To focus on Premier League, Champions League, the cups, they win every single
Still
cup.
no Champions League though.
But this is what I mean. That's the pressure. And people might say Haaland is the problem. Well, they say these guys. So we can share them around for you boys if you want.
Oh, here we go.
We've got 3. We can give one to you and one to City. And then
all right, that's it. That's all.
And then we all have one.
It's all good. Everyone's got one. Yeah. See, this is what it's about.
But this is what I.
Too kind,
But do you want a Europa League as well? We'll win it this year. We'll beat you guys in the final, so it's all right. But what do you call it? That's what I mean about these signings. Mbappe's fantastic. But you can't have Mbappe and then you still got to fix the rest of the squad. And so there's no, you play out from the back and then the link up in the middle is gone. And
I'll get Mbappe and I'll put Højbjerg.
And that's what the problem with Ronaldo is. He's a focal point. We don't cross the balls in. We're Dracula FC. We're scared of crosses. And it's fucking, the ball comes in. It's either no one goes for it or no one can even cross the ball. So what's the point of Ronaldo being there? He can't run at players. He couldn't take, he's not the same Ronaldo with the skills and all that sort of stuff. He doesn't really peel off and run off the defenders.
Born offside.
It's either he has to be to his foot. Van Nistelrooy, just tap in Merchant and get your goals like that. But he couldn't even do that for us. But at the moment with us, bro, signings have been good. Position on the table. Could have been better in terms of the points, but where we are compared to Liverpool, what Liverpool and Chelsea are doing, we have to take advantage. And that's for me. I still think
it's an opportunity.
I don't want to say we should get top 4 from this point on, but I'll be disappointed.
To lose, though.
I'll be disappointed if Liverpool or Chelsea get it instead of us.
Yeah.
Because we need to take advantage. Even with, like, for example, you guys, if you guys for whatever reason don't win the league this year, it's worrying now to be like, this could be the only chance because Chelsea are going to get better. They know they're going to get better by the end of the season with their signings and players coming back.
Right.
If Liverpool sell the club or they invest and Klopp is still there with these other players, we know what Klopp can do. If he does the same thing, then we're in. There's like 5-6 teams now, plus Newcastle.
Yeah.
And then Spurs, if they get another manager in and he maybe sort something out. But we're talking about 6 teams in the mix, 7 teams in the mix with Newcastle now. So this now, for us, it's like, let's not bottle top 4. Even though there's still half a season, and for you guys, like if you bottle the league, we might not see another fucking title chance.
You know what? I get that as well, but at the same time as well, I look at our team and we're still so young. And I'm excited about that.
You know what happens with that? If you guys don't win the league this season, right? We know what happens. City gonna come in for your players. Liverpool or whatever, Barcelona's, these Real Madrids are gonna come in for your players. And if you are not competing or winning trophies, the big trophies with Arsenal now, next year you're in the Champions League. Okay, we're not expecting you to win the Champions League, but compete now.
Well, that's what
now
I
you
think.
compete.
Yeah,
so if that consistency doesn't keep up with Arsenal,
I get that completely.
your players are going to go.
I think that's why it's super important that not even just in this window we bring in players, we lock down those players like Saka, Saliba.
Bro,
the ones that are coming
lockdowning
out.
players doesn't mean they're not going to leave. Bro.
Yeah, I know, but you know what?
It's
At
back
least we'll
in
get
the
what we
biz.
deserve for it.
Yeah, 100%.
For us, that's one thing that we've always missed out on. Like, how can Barcelona have players that have like $500 million?
Man City won the league,
and us, we've got like a player that's equally as good as some of their players, but he goes for 50 million.
Yeah.
Man City won the league with half your squad. Fucking Nasri's and all these guys.
Clichy,
yeah. And then they had it with Bakary Sagna.
A lot of good players, bro. They all went to City and won the trophies.
And they did it. And
they'll continue to do that because there's some...
The owners...
Like maybe Saka, I don't really see him doing that kind of moves, but I don't know why... It's like the South American, the team...
The Martinelli looks like a kind of...
They don't... For them, it's about...
I'm not worried about Marta. I don't know why. I'm really not. I think he's come out and said a few times that he's...
Yeah, but it's... I'm not saying...
You never know. I know what you mean. You never know, bro.
They're here to win trophies, bro. They'll fucking... Tevez went across the road straight away, bro.
Yeah.
Quick as you can.
It's amazing what happens when they double your salary, yeah.
That's the thing.
As their careers progress and they're looking at to get a drought, these players aren't Harry Kane where they're going to stick. Matthew Letizia, Harry Kane, Alan Shearer, they stuck around with their teams because they loved Newcastle, they loved Southampton.
But they won things there.
And different times.
At different times.
Now it's all about the money.
If Kane won the league, if Kane's won the league or he won the Champions League where they played Liverpool, for him, I reckon he stays at Tottenham. But now if he signs that, because now he's won something. That's why Shearer has won the league. He just stayed at Newcastle because like I've won the league. Let me try be build a legacy here and be a legend for Newcastle. So Totti didn't win the league in Rome, but he won the cups and he won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Harry Kane can't. What's he? Golden Boot.
He needs to go,
and that's a shame because
it's personal accolades.
It's a shame because he will go down as one of the best strikers to ever play in the Premier League. Could even go on to break the record, but there's gonna be that fucking that hashed little fucking.
He needs to go, man. He needs to leave.
He needs to leave.
He needed to leave. He needed to leave 3 years ago, but unfortunately,
Well, City were after him that year, and then last second it didn't happen. Remember all that that fiasco?
They got Grealish as well.
Yeah.
And now they got Haaland. They got Grealish with that money. Now they got Haaland. So
that
was a ridiculous price for Grealish.
Maybe he goes back to his boyhood club.
Yeah, maybe we'll put him on a bench.
Yeah, imagine that.
Bench him.
Imagine bringing him on against Tottenham off the bench to score a winner. Oh mate, I would pay top dollar for that.
But nothing will ever be the way
Sol Campbell
when Chelsea sold Lampard. And then he went out on loan to Man City and then scored that bomb against Chelsea. For me, that tops it, man. That's just unbelievable.
The dirtiest one for me was Sol Campbell. Interviews, you go on to Arsenal. No, I'm a Tottenham player. I'm staying here, this and that. Behind closed doors, he's doing interviews. All of a sudden, he's a shirt. Fuck you all.
Not Van Persie?
Huh?
Not Van Persie?
Van Persie, mate, injury-prone motherfucker. We'll let him go, bro. What are you doing?
Hey, easy with you guys. 1 year with us is all we needed.
In fairness, he still tore us.
Oh, mate, look.
You have to clap him. You have to give him a guard of honour.
That year, United's one of the best businesses I've ever seen.
You have to give him a guard of honour.
You
have to give him a guard of honour.
Van Persie was at your point.
Did you clap him at the Emirates?
Your point.
Did you clap him at the Emirates?
Your point.
Guard of honour.
You want to kick
Premier League winner.
You want me to get up?
Do you know when? Do you know what
That was hard.
Do you need to get me up? Do you need me to get up? Do you need to get me up? I don't mind getting up. You want
You're gonna get up.
The yarn is where we flip tables, bro.
Michael Owen and Van Persie. Every time they go speak on TV, he says Premier League winner with Manchester United. That's your legend.
Mate, all I'm trying to say is, and the point I'm trying to
You're
make
lucky you didn't put a statue outside.
Van Persie left Arsenal because Van
Guys, give
Persie
anyone
couldn't
statues.
get what he wanted.
Correct.
Van Persie came
And he deserved it.
He's sitting down saying, okay.
No, you didn't give him a contract, not what he wanted. You didn't give him a contract.
No. What happened is,
Or a
let
title.
me correct you for a second because you
He said it. He said it. No, he said it.
No,
Don't
listen
twist
to me.
his words.
I'm
If
not
you have beef, take it with Van Persie.
I'm not twisting his words.
Don't come at me.
Van Persie came in before contract negotiations and was discussing the future of the team. He's on point, on form, wondering what where we were going. He wanted to know what players were coming in. And as soon as those questions were being asked and Arsene Wenger's there listening to a player trying to ask him about what's coming in, guess what happens to a contract in Arsene Wenger? It goes out the fucking window. And the reason why is because Arsene Wenger was too busy thinking about the club and not thinking about the football.
I don't know, bro, because that little boy inside of him said Manchester United.
That little boy inside of him said, you know what, I'm not getting a contract. I need to move on. And that's what it was.
Yeah.
And in the end, it
He
could have
was
been
at the
City,
tail end.
it could have been City, it could have been Chelsea or United.
But you know what?
And
You
he
know-
would have done bits at anyone.
But you know what, Alex
because they were
Ferguson,
a complete.
you couldn't have wrote a better story about Alex Ferguson's last year. He wore the number 20 jersey, he won the number 20. Alex Ferguson's heading off, you know. That's
And it was Merry
God.
Christmas. And the only person you can blame here for me is Arsene Wenger first, and the board right after. Plain and simple. The guy
But yeah,
had
it would have
ambition.
been sick, though.
He wanted
I was-
he wanted players. He wanted to
Absolutely.
see what
Yeah.
Arsenal's real vibe was. Are we
Absolutely.
going to compete?
That's why it
or are we
hurts,
just sitting
man.
here
That's why it
just
hurt
to
more.
exist?
Yeah.
And Arsenal was starting to look like what Tottenham is. It's like, oh, we're just here to compete. Oh, just to be in the mix, not to win. Van Persie was aging. Van Persie was injury prone. Van Persie was in form, and he was saying to himself, you know what? I need to see
You showed armpits, but
I need to see some sort of fucking trophy at the end of the season.
showed us armpits at the end of the season. Showed us armpits.
Mate,
he
he
said he was heavy too.
Hey,
Mate,
first game against Arsenal, didn't celebrate. You're doing these ones. Second game, sliding, grabbing the manager.
That's always the case.
It's
mate.
because they were singing that, you're a cunt, Robin,
It's always
you're
in a
a
bit of case.
cunt.
It's always in a bit of
She
case.
said no, Robin.
But that's what happens.
Which has been
Unfortunately,
demonetised.
that's football. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
players are going to
yeah.
move on when a team doesn't.
But anyway, that's the past, man.
Let's talk about the present, which is a lot more fun, isn't it? Just looking up at my boys. Zeake, we had our transfer window, right? We had our transfer window. Now, these guys have had theirs. They had their Casemiro, they had their Malacia, they had their Ericsson, Martinez, which is a player we were going after, which was quality, right? And to be
Well, we've
perfect,
taken him,
and we would have taken all day.
Yeah.
Anthony's come in. Now, these signings for them were decent. For me, when I saw the signings we made, I saw Gabriel Jesus and I was like, I want Ivan Toney. I was Ivan Toney. I'd rather Ivan Toney. Jesus, yeah, Ivan Toney for me.
Tony bet 365.
Bro,
Tony bet
But
635.
let's be honest, Ivan Toney is a gun player.
365.
Oh, I rate him.
All day, I rate Ivan Toney.
I'd take him in a half.
Zinchenko
Same
came
here,
in.
man, even at
Zinchenko
United.
came in. I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. To be perfectly honest, right now, do I need a player like Zinchenko starting over Chiarantini? I wasn't very enthused, really, about our transfer window. Fabio Vieira, Jesus, Zinchenko. What did I get? And then I got some fucking right winger that I never even heard of that I paid money for. And I was just thinking to myself, this is literally going to be a top four fight. A top four fight. And maybe I expect a Europa League win. I wasn't enthused. We saw the players that came from Man United, right? Now Casemiro was that last minute FC
Thank
move.
God for that one.
And you know what? That was a blessing in disguise because you guys
Absolutely.
spent your time.
Real Madrid love us. Real Madrid love us.
Frankie was like yes or no, whatever. For us, we needed a striker because we had Eddie Nketiah. We had Noah Bamyang, Lacazette, see you later.
You wanted him out, eh?
We've got Balogun. Yeah, and I wanted him out. Of course, I wasn't impressed. And I
So why'd you
think-
celebrate the goal then?
Huh? I'll always celebrate an Arsenal goal. I don't give a fuck if fucking Arteta got on the pitch and scored.
Hey,
mate.
he did.
Who gives a
Isn't
shit?
that why he got yellow
I
card?
don't care, mate.
Would you celebrate if that was Harry Kane scoring for you guys?
all day?
Love it.
All day.
Love it. Love
all
it.
day. He's wearing a kit.
Love
Mate,
it.
you wearing my colours? We mates. You're not wearing my colours? It's fucking on like Donkey Kong.
That's
It's
it.
simple, mate.
That's it.
You know what I mean, bro? I don't know.
So we're not wearing the colours,
You're
but
not
so
wearing
I
the
think it's
colours,
on like
so-
Donkey Kong, huh?
So it's
You know what I
Borche's
reckon?
got a target on him right now, and he's hanging on by a very thin thread.
Hey, you messed with Borchi, you messed with me, man.
It's all right. After I mess with him, I'll mess with you. It's all right. I'll
Don't
take
worry,
you on.
bro. I'm
We'll
gonna
do
flip this
one
table
more.
now.
Sorry, bro. I'm not helping this, Steve. I'm in pink.
That's fine. It's fine. There's only two
He's
of
in the
them.
wrong colours, right?
It's in pink. It's
Bro,
a
I can't help you,
fucking.
man. It's not your colour. So,
I love the yarn.
sorry.
Yeah,
love
love
the
it.
yarn.
This is brilliant.
The yarn is easy going, guys. So I looked at our transfer window. I'm thinking, Jesus, where's my Ivan Toney? A guy who can score, who can link up. He's proven it. And Jesus, to me, was like, at Manchester City, struggled. Sometime on the wing, sometime as a striker.
Third choice, yeah, third choice.
Third choice at best.
No striker, and they still didn't play him.
Exactly. I look at Zinchenko. I said to myself, it's a player that was coming off the bench for Manchester City, making an impact. But now when he's coming to Arsenal, he's not coming to Arsenal to sit on the bench. I know that he's signed a contract right now that it's going to be, I want to start. So that means Kieran Tierney, he's in trouble. I need a midfielder. We spend 33 odd million on Fabio Vieira. So I've already got the shits that Tillemans going to come in. Right. And then I get myself a winger that I haven't even heard from bloody Brazil that we could have got for free, but we spent money on. So for me, I look at that transfer window and I want your vibes and your vibes too. I look at this transfer window and I was thinking to myself, this is looking a fucking failure. This is not looking like it's going to propel Arsenal to that next level. This is like a scrape to fourth. I don't know what you were taking, but what did you take from our transfer window? Were you impressed by the signings, or was it like, wait a minute, we're in shit?
I thought it could have been a lot better, obviously. But in fairness, too, I think Arteta had an image and a vision of what he wanted. And I think the whole Gabriel, Jesus and Zinchenko signings for him, he knew what he was getting. So I thought, there's obviously something behind that. And obviously the Gabriel signing's been amazing. It's, his work rate is ridiculous and it lifts everyone. To me, I didn't expect that because, like you said, he was a third choice. He wasn't getting game time. He wasn't, doing what he probably could have been doing as a starting striker and what you expect as a starting striker. But he did still score goals when he was given that opportunity. So, he's not doing that now as much, but he's contributing, and I think for us that's important. I'm excited to get him back. I can't wait till he's back from injury. I think that's going to be big. But
does he start though? Does he come straight in, or?
I think he does.
So you bench Nketiah after all this now?
I think, at the end of the day, I think he's our starting striker. So, I think Nketiah has done well, but still...
Jesus is better.
He's our number 9.
Jesus is better. He is.
I think the good thing is we don't have to rush him back. And I think that's important. We've never had that. So, not for a while. So
you've got that bit
of... that with Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
Got off the plane, got on the field, got injured, and he's out again.
Yeah, and it's
They're trying to push him back onto the field, and he was injured.
Yeah, the guy's rolling off, and he's rolling him back in.
What are you doing, bro? Get back on. What are you doing?
I'm excited to see what more we do. The fact that we've brought players in now as well is big for us. I don't know much about the guy we've just brought in, but there's been some pretty big raps. I saw some quotes from
the highlight package from the YouTube scout.
Lewandowski said about him as well. Because obviously he played with him in the World Cup and stuff, and it was positive. So.
How'd they go? How did Poland go in the World Cup?
But Lewandowski's played, so it's a good opinion. Yeah, it's a good perspective.
Interesting to see how that goes. I think.
And how do you feel about Trossard as a signing as well?
I love that. I really love that.
You like Trossard?
Yeah, man.
It's that Jota signing that Liverpool done, you bastards.
That was a great
price.
That was a good little grab, man. That was a great.
Smart.
Even against United when he came on for that last 5 minutes, I'm like, this guy's skinning plays already. I'm like, stop.
This is one of those ones where you open up the trading post. That first day you got it back in the day, if you remember the trading post, and you go, fuck, I've got to go ring this guy at 3 a.m. for that car.
Yeah. One of those ones. And he's coming from a squad that has been playing well. Brighton is dangerous. I think players from Brighton, you'd love to pluck that team apart. And that's what Southampton have been in previous history times.
You need to pluck the fucking
Wolves.
scout from Brighton, not the players, the scout.
Pluck the scout.
Whoever's fucking picking these players.
How the hell are they finding him?
Even the manager leaves, and they got another manager. That's
think about United. Think about
United.
more so Liverpool. The way we used to strip Southampton apart and take every player from them. We've still got Shaw. We put Schneiderlin,
West of Sydney, mate.
Wanderers. And then you look at Liverpool. We used to call Liverpool Southampton A.
Yeah.
And Southampton B is the other team. Absolutely. Like Trossard, I think was a brilliant signing. I know there was a bit of we spoke to you about it in the group chat, and other people as well have told me this, Arsenal fans. It was a worry about his attitude and that kind of thing. But who cares about that? Like if he can pull the performance on the pitch for you, that's all you got to care about at the end of the day. But yeah, look, going off at the back what he said, to be honest with you, man, one thing that is important to note about Arsenal, this is Arsenal's best start in history. Do you know that? 50 points? They've never done it before like this.
So they're better than that one team in 04, yeah? Good story.
Points-wise, yes.
Good story, bro.
Points-wise.
Yeah,
if they get 100 points, they're better than the fucking...
They're invincibles.
Going unbeaten
fucking more draws than IKEA.
Going unbeaten is one thing, right? Getting points is another.
Don't bring IKEA into this, bro. I like their draws.
I'm saying, bro.
They're just all right.
They're good. You got to assemble it yourself, but not bad.
You just got that Allen key in your pocket, haven't you?
Ready to go into IKEA. No, but seriously, Arsenal, this is their best start in history. They've never done, never done what they've done now. The last 2 years, 8th and 8th, you never would have thought that they'd be where they're at right now. Yeah. But I'll tell you now, man, I still can't say that Arsenal's going to win it. I can't. And it's not because of anything. It's just because we've always seen Arsenal flop. And City's right behind them. City's bound to keep chasing him. And I think with half the season to go, look, I'm not saying they're not going to win the league. Of course, Arsenal have a massive chance. They're first. How can you be someone that looks at the table and says Arsenal can't win it? Absolutely. But I guarantee if I interviewed half the Arsenal fans, more than half would say, if I interview half Arsenal fans, more than half would say City's winning the league. I can tell you that now.
Because they don't, like what Troy Deeney said back in the day, the players didn't have the cojones. Now the fans don't have the cojones to back your team.
Now that's
say it. Say you're gonna win the league, bro. 8 points clear. If you have the cojones, call it, bro. Have the confidence.
It's not even about the confidence
now.
But I don't know. You know what? Troy Deeney was right. He's a Birmingham, bro. He's a Birmingham. He'll come to the Emirates.
He'll come to Man United.
He'll come to the Emirates and knock anyone out 1-on-1. But Troy Deeney was right. When you guys lost to Watford, what did he say? The Arsenal players don't got the cojones. And all your whole fan base was rattled. Yeah, Ty still speaks about him from AFT. They are Troy Deeney. But he was right, bro. You guys didn't have the fucking cojones and didn't have the balls. That's what I mean. Look how that turned around. Yeah, so now
to be fair, every Arsenal fan I spoke to, like from my other mates that are Arsenal fans, they all say we're still not going to win the league.
The thing is, the league is up there for us to win it, right? The thing is, this early on, to sit there and jump around and say, "Oh, we're gonna win the league," that's the most stupidest thing I could say right now. The reason why it's fucking stupid is because there's so much football to be fucking played, and anything
half
can
a
happen,
season,
right? A half a season. You've got competitions like the Europa League flowing around, right? And that ain't an easy competition.
Call that, brother.
You guys are in there as well, aren't you?
Yep.
So that ain't no fucking walk.
Pretty sure we got Barca next.
Look, we got Reading, sort the FA Cup out. Then we're gonna go,
No, it's in Barca next in Europa.
We're talking Europa.
Europa.
So at the moment, I look at the competition. I look at my
Reading's
squad.
in Europa. I'm just checking myself.
I look at a young squad.
I think my next game. Yeah.
I look at a young squad. I look at my previous season. I see how we capitulated. Now, have we learned from it? Possibly, we have. But I got to see it. I got to see it in 30 games. After 30 games, if I see this team still playing the way they are, at 30 games, I'll say it then and there. Because at the end of the day, you need to see more from these Arsenal teams. We haven't seen an Arsenal team this strong. I haven't seen an Arsenal team this strong since 99-2000, where they sit down and they play football for each other, not for the name on the back, but for each other, and they keep playing for 90 fucking minutes. I'm not going to compare them to the Invincibles because the Invincibles are a completely different squad. Simply, that's a team that went in there.
Your 98, the team that won in '98 was better than the Invincibles.
The Invincibles fucking squad.
You know it, but
the Invincibles the Invincibles squad.
If it wasn't for a Van Persie fucking hit the crossbar, not Van Persie, Van Nistelrooy.
The Invincible squad to go that many games unbeaten is the best squad I've ever seen. All right, you guys go ahead. You guys go ahead and do it. You guys go ahead and do it. And
bro, you win the league. You win the league. That's it.
Yeah.
Now I'm hearing from fucking teams. Oh, we got fucking 92 points, 96 points wins us 10 of the last. Whatever.
But your point previously was if Arsenal get 101 points, they're better than the Invincibles.
They are though.
No, they're not.
More wins. You win more games. If you win more games,
it's hard to say that because it's a different league.
Hold on. Let me stop you there.
If they do that and still don't win the league, are they better than the old Arsenal?
They need to win it, I think.
No,
you need to win the trophy, but you need to win it.
But you're based on points.
To go unbeaten.
Who are you challenging in fucking 04, bro? Who are you challenging?
Come on, mate.
Okay, there you go. Thank you very much, everyone.
The league now is much stronger than it was before.
I understand it's stronger. I understand it's stronger.
I know you love your Invincible team, and because they without a loss. But
you know it's not that easy. You know yourself to go through a whole season unbeaten.
Because
it doesn't matter about draws. It's about playing every single bloody game.
Well, no one's taking the.
I mean, that's why it's unheard of.
Done.
Yeah, but bro, no one's taking the achievement away. No one's taking the achievement of Invincibles away. No one's taking that. But look at Newcastle, for example, this season, yeah? Yes. Equal with United, they got 9 draws. 9 draws. Would you swap one of them draws for a fucking win? 2 of them draws for a win. 3 of them draws for a win, and look what you're fucking challenging for the title. The draws, bro,
This Invincible team didn't go.
Draws only 1 point better than a loss.
This Invincible team did not go unbeaten and not win the title.
Yeah, but you lost more games in that season all up than when we won the treble.
This is an invincible team that went
Because he's
through.
lost in every single other
Look, I reckon.
And you couldn't back it up. You
Look,
couldn't back that same team.
No, that same
invincible
team.
team. You couldn't back it up. Never. You could never back that team up again.
That same team that
Couldn't
went
back
in
it
there
up.
went with
Couldn't back it up.
were an age team.
Aged.
They were an age
So
team.
what'd you do the year before?
They were an age team.
So what'd you do the
Martin
teams before
Keown,
that?
age. Tony Adams, done
2
and
years
dusted.
before that, what happened 2 years
Our
before
team
that?
was aged.
look. Can I tell you what?
It's not about having.
Can I tell you what I think about?
Oh, we'll go invincible this season. We should be able to do it next season. Your team has never gone invincible.
Yeah, but-
Plain
but-
and simple.
but we ended
And
the
you could
invincible run.
But the thing is, if you guys did go invincible, we could sit here.
You've
and
never
talk
done the
about-
treble.
We haven't done the treble. I can't talk about.
What's
the
a better
treble.
team, a treble or
I
invincibles?
can't talk
We
about.
can't
I
talk
cannot
about that.
sit here and talk to you
Yeah.
about the
Absolutely,
treble.
absolutely.
And the reason why I can't is
but you know
because
what,
I don't
Steve?
know what it took. by
You know what,
watching
Steve?
you.
Let me make one point. Let me make one point. Hold on. Let me make one point. The players individually, player by player, in the Arsenal squad that was invincibles, individual players were better. But if you look at the squad now, the league's harder. There's much more teams competing in the league. If you guys win it with all these youngsters, I actually think as a squad, this is a better squad. Because you know what? There's no one standout
It's a bigger
player.
achievement than what the Invincibles
There's
done.
no-
With this squad, especially with City with the money.
Sure, 100%.
Yeah,
United,
yeah,
for
age,
ex-
man.
okay,
The age.
United's not
Absolutely.
doing
They're all
well, but
youth. They're all
United with the
kids.
money.
They're all kids that no one's heard about.
United with the money. Newcastle, they're not there yet, but they got the money now, and they're kind of competing fucking somehow. Liverpool and Chelsea spending the cash, and Liverpool, we know what they've done in the last couple of years with Klopp, yeah?
It's harder to
For
do
Arsenal
now.
to come into now with
During
the
this time.
fuck all money that you guys have spent in the last
Youngest
couple of
squad in the
seasons.
EPL, bro.
Youngest squad because you sold a bombing and now they're
You finished
aged.
8th the last 2
Still doing
years.
younger.
Even who
with
Lacazette?
him, we
Even
still
no,
would
you
probably
wasn't.
be.
Once Lacazette and
We were
Aubameyang,
last
yeah.
year when they were playing, right?
No, you weren't. Once
Yes,
they
we
both
were.
left and
No,
the age dropped.
we were
But
last year,
cool
though.
story.
I think no. I
We
think
were
it was-
average
Okay,
age.
average
Yeah.
now.
We were.
Yeah, I
Last
think
year
so.
we were still the youngest
because-
squad last year.
La-
Yeah,
but-
last year you were.
Because
Football,
Aubameyang
football.
left,
Because
bro.
Aubameyang, because we got after you got
that's
rid of
what I'm saying.
Aubameyang, even with
After.
Lacazette there, that's the point.
Oh, with Lacazette there, okay, maybe. But with the youngest squad, if you guys win the league now, up against this Manchester City squad, well, Liverpool will have the been
With
in the
De
last couple
Bruyne and Haaland.
Don't
and-
forget, yeah, Liverpool. Yes, they're fucking horrible this season. We love to see it, but they took fucking City to the last day, cuz.
Yeah.
2-0 down. They were City. 2-0
Yeah,
down.
I
This
understand.
City team, for Arsenal to win the league this season, it's a bigger achievement than the Invincibles just because you didn't lose a game. It is, bro.
In your opinion,
And I'm not taking. I'm
Nah,
not
it
taking
is.
the
It is.
Invincibles.
It's a harder league right now. And
Harder
don't
league,
get me
bro.
wrong. Don't get me wrong.
I understand.
And like you were
I
saying,
do it as well.
and but like
Sure,
what you were
tell them
saying,
we're gonna do
the
Let him know,
We're
bro.
going to do it as well.
There you go, cuz. At least he's got the
We're gonna do
cojones, bro. You crossing your legs there because you.
my legs are open, bro. You want to see my
Saying,
you want to see my cock? This
hopefully
guy.
I don't have the Drake effect.
No,
You're
but
talking
like.
about brown snakes. You're anyway.
Go check this one out, mate.
The red
bellies.
I
belly.
got this fucking python here specially for you, baby.
That's little worms that love to come out during moisture.
No, you want to come
Not taking anything away.
Army,
Not,
just for you.
not
I'll
taking
break your
anything.
legs. Look at the size of me, bro.
But it's all right. I know. In this heat at 37 degrees, you're nice and right.
We've got a fan. I don't know. We've got a bit of a fan.
But what I was saying, hold on. Like, just to end my point.
Please.
So, to what I was saying before, if you think about it, there were standout names, Henry, Bergkamp,
Yeah,
blah,
of
blah.
course.
Right now, like, all right, Saka's probably just a bit above the rest. He's probably your best player right now, Saka.
But
Hold
None
on.
of these players get into that squad.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Okay, but if you look at the squad as a whole, like Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka, Partey, they're all pretty much at even playing fields. So the fact that you have all these youngsters that are similar level, back then it was like Henry, Bergkamp, and then you have Perez up, then you have some players under here. Now the squad's like this. So I think as an overall squad, it's better. You know, and back to what you're saying earlier about the signings and all that stuff. I love when we don't sign Galactico signings because I'm over it. I've been burnt from Galactico signings. I've been burnt.
That's a very good
I've been so burnt about it. The whole Falcao Di Maria year, and we're bringing in this player. I'm over it.
Maybe.
Bring in these
Burn
players.
the money, brother. Burn the money.
Bring in Martinez. Bring in these Martinez, these Martinellis. They're the players that excite me because now it's like we haven't even seen the best yet. That's
Alvarez.
what I think.
Alvarez,
So
no?
that's my point, man. I think like Borja said, this is hard if you win it
guys
this year.
win it and you guys just have that United loss to the fucking name, especially if you go on to this season, you win this league and you got 5 more losses, then yeah, okay, Invincible doesn't trump that. But let's just say it's that one loss now to United.
You're telling me all WWs
WWE Attitude Era.
all the way down.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, fucking Undertaker throwing
you're
mankind
talking all
off the
W. You're
fucking
talking
You smell what the Rock is cooking.
and no more.
Hell in a Cell match, bro. Just off the
And
off the
competing in
cage.
Europa. It's a good shout.
Games are coming thick and fast now.
Oh, they're fucking mate. They're flying in. To be
Every
honest,
2 days.
it's a good shout. I'd have to honestly. It's a hard call for me. I'm a nostalgic kind of guy. I hate to say it, but that's me, guys. Let me tell you something. Comment down below. Tell me what you think.
It's
Are
not,
Man
it's not the better team.
No, we're not
better
talking better
achievement,
team.
the
We're talking
achievement.
achievement. The team on paper.
But obviously, if you guys go,
I think it's harder to win it this year than it was back then. That's me. That's me.
who are you facing? Like I can't remember the 04 United.
United,
And who
really?
else?
Was it like-
Chelsea just came in
Chelsea
with Abramovich.
just came in with Abramovich. He was just fresh.
And
Was it
Mourinho
like,
just came in.
was it like
Mourinho wanted
Middlesbrough, Newcastle, and all that back then?
No, not Middlesbrough.
Blackburn?
Yeah, they were all in the league. They were in the
Blackburn were
league.
in the league.
But Chelsea just, Mourinho just came in. They just sacked Ramy.
There was no city. There was no Arab city.
Nah, there was no Arab City.
It never existed.
Liverpool were there, but there were six,
Yeah,
fifth,
exactly.
fourth, sixth, fifth,
Culture club
fourth,
money.
back in those days.
Yeah, so really, it was United Arsenal, really.
Which was the case even in the 90s.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, those were the
But that's
games
why,
that-
hence, like Borcha said, your Newcastles, your Tottenhams, your United, they're all in the league now. So I think it's to do with all these kids that we don't know. You said before, all these signings, I'm like, shit, what are we signing? And look at you now. Look at you guys go now.
and
So
we're flying. Look, to be honest, for us to go,
you're
if
flying,
we
but
go-
you still can't say you win the league.
Motherfucker. Look, if we go all the way through the season and no losses, no draws, and we continue to go W's, I'd have to consider it. I'd really consider it. But it'd have to be all W's. I'm talking no
You say
loss.
Arteta's better than Wenger?
Arteta better than Wenger. No.
No, I just want to see what he'd say.
No chance.
Imagine he said yes.
No way.
I would have left.
No
I
way.
would have left.
You crawl underneath the garage.
It's not the Arteta hairstyle.
Arsene Wenger was a better coach overall. The problem,
Oh, bro, for me,
the problem he had was, I think, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong. He went from loving football and trying to achieve trophies and maybe win leagues for Arsenal, and to going to, let's see if I can get them out of debt. Now, unfortunately, he went from being a manager to being almost an owner. And I think that was his downfall. That was his demise. Let's make some money. Let's stay
100%.
competitive. And hopefully...
I can't believe he was able to stay there for that long. That amazed me.
Look,
It's hard to sack someone.
It's hard to...
Paid a stadium off in like
is.
3 years or something.
Yeah.
You
I'd be
guys,
keeping him too.
when you guys lost Ferguson, and he was
were
like...
winning leagues, bro.
And he's like...
But we were winning leagues, cuz.
but
And Champions
no,
Leagues.
I'm not saying... It was a different world.
Premier League and Champions Leagues.
Your Glazers were maybe a little bit...
They only came in 05.
05.
Did I say Champions
So,
Leagues?
and the Cronkies only bought a higher shit. Well, actually, they were in
Yeah.
early 2000s,
Champions League
but
under
it
the
was
Glazers.
smidgens. I think when it came to Sir Alex Ferguson and it came to the owners, there was a bit more of a direction. We still want to be competitive. We still want to try to win stuff. I think when the Cronkies came in, it was about new stadium, Americanized
marketing,
Arsenal.
yeah.
We need more people. in
Tottenham,
there.
they're still trying to get their money back for the stadium.
Tottenham went the wrong way. They didn't win anything, and then they went and got themselves a big
Tottenham
stadium.
lose the North London derby, and then it's like they're promoting Little Baby or some fucking rapper
What?
concert.
Yeah.
Get your tickets now, fucking Little Uzi.
Oh, yes,
or
that's right.
Uzi.
Yeah,
One of them
little
little
baby.
Bow Wows and shit.
Little baby, yeah.
Little Baby. Like,
Come here to watch the fight. Come here watch
yeah, but
Bow Wow, and
that's what the
Spurs play
stadium
here
is.
as well.
It's like,
I
it's like
swear.
fucking a core stadium.
Little
here.
Baby featuring Harry
Just
Kane.
concerts and all that. Yeah.
Fuck me.
Oh,
Charleston.
make it realistic.
Featuring Charleston.
Charleston,
Make
bird,
it realistic.
feeding birds.
Modric.
Harry Kane.
Modric feeding the birds.
Stamping tickets and
Little
shit for you
Kane.
guys. Yeah.
Little Kane.
Little Kane.
Little Kane.
Candy cane.
Little candy cane.
I'm really your lollipop.
Oh my god. This is the reason why I love the yarn. It can go left and right and everything. Guys, please like, share, subscribe. Look at the Football Capital.
I
You have to-
subscribe, brother.
No,
I
no, no.
subscribe. Fucking
Subscribe at Chits and Giggles. We're
Subscribe
doing
to the
this
Football Capital. Don't worry about this.
37 degrees. Hey, don't subscribe here. Go to the Football Capital. Doesn't matter. You'll see me there.
Elephant
tearing it up.
line, same.
Same shit, different smell.
That's it.
So our transfer window went both teams. Our season starts. You guys struggle a little bit. We kind of hit the ground running.
Like,
We go to
after
fucking
we
Old
said
Trafford. We go meet these fucking pricks. We're on a bit of a run. We're looking strong. And the novice manager versus the tactician, Zeake, we got fucked. Let's
We
just
got
be fucked.
humbled.
We got
humbled.
We got humbled. We got fucked. We made mistakes. We were naive. What were we?
We were not good enough. Simple.
Simple.
So simple.
The better
Right.
team won. The better manager won.
Don't change it. Better team one, yeah.
No, I'm saying
I think-
I said better.
Better team, comma, better manager.
Better manager. That's
That loss hurt me because I thought it like.
Better club.
no. I'm not crossing
personally
off on
thought
that.
it.
Better
I personally
fans.
thought it was a closer game than what was reflected in the score. Personally, but in fairness, we didn't deserve to win it. So I'm glad we took the loss because clearly it woke us up.
I was going to say that loss worked in your favour, to be honest with you.
Now, that was the next point. When we lost that game, there was one little part of me saying, now, how is Arsenal going to bounce back from this? Is
We
this going to be?
responded, man.
Is it going to be a draw and a loss and a win, like has happened before, or a draw and a win, or is it going to be we're gonna build off this. We're gonna learn from our mistakes, and we're gonna continue on to try to fucking do some damage. To be perfectly honest, I thought my opinion was after that loss.
I thought it was going to just go down, right?
Yeah, I thought
because that's what we're used to.
Yeah,
but
I was expecting that.
I think the one thing we've seen this year, which has been completely different to the past, is like not even just that game. When we're going behind in games, we're back on top quick. We're equalising quick. We're fighting
within 10 minutes.
Have a look at, like, I'm not just saying this because we're with too many United supporters, but when we were 2-2, like, it was levelled, we were going at that game way more than what they were. We wanted it more. That was
true.
the difference.
It's true.
And that's something that we haven't seen, like, in a long time. We'd go behind them, you know, we'd hold the ball, like.
Well, and I actually saw they were analysing the game after the United when you guys beat us 3-2 recently, and they were talking about how it's amazing to see that with 20 minutes to go, it's 2-2. There's no urgent, panicky balls over the top.
Yeah.
It's still play the feet, play our football, calm it down. Yeah. And that's what we saw. And that's the attitude switch that we've seen in the Arsenal squad this year. It's like, yeah, you know what? It's 2-2. Yeah, it's United. Yeah, they beat us last time. But we got control of the ball. Let's hold it. Let's play the feet. It was none of this over the top panicky balls in the box.
Long ball.
It didn't happen. And that was the beautiful look from a look, as much as obviously, you know, it's a love-hate relationship.
You put the Man United Ramy to side.
Yeah. If I put my football hat on, like, you watch that, and it's like, you know what? It's impressive to see, because Arsenal fans have struggled for a long time. I used to always say, it's hard being an Arsenal fan. It's hard work, but
it is.
It's a hard time. You guys have been through shit, but to see that 20 minutes to go, 2-2 against United, you're still playing to feet, no panicky balls in the box. It was good to see. As it would have been nice to see as an Arsenal fan for sure.
To be honest, I couldn't agree more, because for me, this year was a test of our squad depth, our manager, and is this team really playing football, or are they just shits and giggles, let's compete, and we've got a quota. When we finished up with the loss against Man United, and I thought to myself, this is going to be make or break. Now I see Arsenal going down the road that they're going, and a lot of fans out there, including myself, Arteta a novice, Arteta not good enough. No, I owned up for it. I did my own show and fucking called myself out. I look at it now and I say to myself, Arsenal this season, the players are doing well. That's understandable. The players are doing well. But these are very similar players to last season. What's changed? Zinchenko and Jesus, 2 players, that's it. That was the whole change. I'm seeing Granit Xhaka, all of a sudden now, he's a born-again midfielder.
He's a leader.
I've got Thomas Partey doing bits, not getting injured, thank God. I've got Ben White, who went from centre-back to right-back because he was a poor centre-back, but has adapted to playing right-back. And my point here is, when are fans going to give a little bit of credit to the manager for not just for the achievements maybe of, on the ladder, but the achievements on the pitch? These players have changed. The style of football we're playing, is it just the players, or is this Mikel Arteta's style of football? He's changed his team mentally. He's changed his team's style of football. And I want to know, is it time right now for fans to start saying, you know what? Credit where credit's due. This novice is
We're going to win the league.
This novice is starting to look like he knows what he's doing. My problem with Arsenal fans right now is that they're not humble to say that, and I am. I don't know what your views are, Man United, man. Looking at Mikel Arteta now and looking at our team now, is there credit to be given, or is it just a fluke? Is it the players?
Well, look, obviously, I'll go first before Borte goes. You got to give credit. Even the United game, Arteta getting the yellow card. To be honest, I love to see it. It's a passion from the sideline. It's something. It's hunger. It's what you want, and it's got to start at the manager and work its way down into the team. So, of course, credit goes back to the manager. It's not a coincidence that Eric's come to United and now United are playing well. It's not a coincidence. Exactly. So you got to give it. You got to give it to the manager. For me, I coach myself locally, obviously youth, and as you know, and. When the team does bad, when the team does good, it's on the manager, it's on the coach. And that's from a small local football point of view. So imagine now at a big scale like Arsenal United, the team's doing well because of management. It's got to be because of that. And it's the passion from the sideline, it's the presence.
Borche's sitting there and he's holding his tongue. I don't know. He's looking at the
Arteta out.
You know what, bro? I couldn't give a fuck where your fans. I couldn't give a fuck where. Oh yeah, there's no your spa. You guys got a better spa than us.
Yeah, you guys have hot showers now.
Your kitchen lady's cooking up fucking.
I'm hearing there is a bit of a leak in the room.
Shape of the ice cubes.
Oh, we've got one now.
You got one?
Yeah, we've got one now.
I will be fixed up in no time. But look,
we don't know about that because we just spent that money on Trossard, so we might have to live with a click.
Yeah, it might have to. It's only one little leak. But look, to be honest, I couldn't care less what your fan base thinks about your manager, if they want to give him credit or not. That's up to your fan base. Couldn't give a shit. The more hostility in your fan base, the better. We saw in the last couple of seasons when the fan bases are split. We love to see it, bro. Arsenal in the mud. Same with us. When the fan bases are split, Oli in, Mourinho in, out, this whole in and out, hokey pokey bullshit. It's fucking... It's,
the wrong energy.
Yeah, that's it. So,
Arsenal fan TV's gone quieter now too. There's no more shit talking about the club.
Yeah, but they're still getting the views. So they're still getting the views. So all the people that said they're doing it, they're getting the views because they're losing. Where are they as well? They're a bit humbled as well. But look, I couldn't care less, bro. Does he deserve credit? Of course. Look at the team that he you could say inherited.
The young squad that you're talking about.
Eighth and fifth. Bottled top 4 last year. It was in your hands. You bottled it, and for him to step it up now and pull it back, sitting nice, pretty, 8 points. 5 points with a game in hand, a possible 8 in front of City. Halfway through the season, what more can you can't say anything really bad about him. He hasn't put a foot wrong. Maybe in-game management against that United game, some of the subs that he made, it's questionable. But every manager has this in-game management. It's a decision where the manager has to make the call, and this is why they get paid the big dollars. Sometimes it works out perfectly, sometimes it doesn't.
Exactly.
You know, Casemiro was just about to be subbed off by Ten Hag. He gets a yellow card, he misses the game. So everyone's blaming, how come we didn't get taken off fucking 10 minutes earlier?
You want to ask Eric Ten Hag for the lotto numbers next? You might as well.
So, look, you got to give him a bit of credit, but couldn't give a shit what your fan base fucking do. They can hide behind, oh no, he's doing all right now, but wait, we haven't won the league yet. We haven't won the league, and once if he doesn't win the league, the Arteta outers are gonna be back in full force saying this is why he's rubbish manager.
And you know what? Honestly, 3/4 of this Arsenal fan base did not come into this season thinking that we would challenge for the league. But now that we are, he has to win the fucking league, or he's shit. And this is why I say you come in thinking, we have to get top 4. He's shown you that he could possibly win the league. But now if he doesn't win the league, he's a failure. I think you're a failure as a fan when you keep moving the fucking goalposts. Guys, the last bit of this yarn, honestly, is just going to be about where we're going to see these two teams finish up, realistically. I've got Man United, I've got Arsenal. We're all covering it the best we can. Now, honestly, in my opinion, at the moment, Arsenal are prime to win the Premier League. My opinion, at the moment, is I'm not convinced yet that we're going to win the Prem. I'm not. There's still too many games to be played. Where do I think we can finish? I think definitely within the top 2.
Has to be, mate.
It'd have to be at this stage. But winning the Premier League, for me to say it right now, we're going to win the league after so many games, I couldn't see it.
Do you think you're going to win the league?
I think it's a high chance, yeah. I have a feeling.
Is there more of a chance you guys win the league or finishing second?
More of a chance winning the league. Okay. Yes.
We're winning
right now, I believe if it's
around the bush.
we're winning the league.
So I asked.
I'd love to hear it.
Zeake saying it. Zeake said I wasn't asking. Zeake said, "Nah, fuck it, we're gonna win it."
We're first. I want it to be Man United second, but I feel it's going to be Man City. As much
It's
as
going to be Arsenal, Man United last fucking game of the season. Bro.
Imagine last game of the season determines the league.
You guys playing Leicester?
Right in here. I don't know who
you guys. I don't know. We'll just get you guys playing Leicester. Us
we're
playing
Man City. No,
we're versing Man City. Fuck.
Games get changed.
If we don't win it, I want it to be United. Simple. If we don't win it,
you'd rather than City.
You'd rather United win it.
See,
100%.
Hold on, let me.
Buying it. Is it because I've been buying it for years?
No, I just don't want to see City win it.
It's had enough of this shit, huh?
Arsenal, right? Just a question to you, bro. If United, obviously, anyone but United to win the league, of course. But if you got the pick, obviously Liverpool is out of it. They're like 1,000,000 points behind.
21.
Which is good. That's a start.
21 points.
Good start.
The amount of points they got.
Would you rather Arsenal win the league or Man City?
I don't know any Man City fans. I'll pick Man City.
So that means they equal 3 in a row. And we're the only team to do it twice. So now City joined the party of winning the Premier League 3 years in a row.
Oh shit, Ramy just forget that Ramy just learned.
Look. Can I say something? Out of all, look, obviously your close mates are Liverpool, United, Arsenal fans, some Chelsea fans. The City fans are like 10-year-olds. So there's not many mates that you have that support any other team. Now, out of all my mates, can't stand Liverpool the most.
This is banter.
This is pure banter, bro. I don't live in England, so there's a different connection, you know what I mean? So obviously Liverpool for me is the team I pick first to never win the league. That's obvious. Arsenal fans, obviously, you know, I've got some annoying mates that are Arsenal fans. But in saying that, it would be nice for football in the English Premier League to see Arsenal win the league again. It would be nice. But whether or not City join the 3 club, I'll still pick City over Arsenal. That's just me because I don't have City fans. I don't have City fans.
I never thought I'd hear a United supporter say that.
Now, Borche,
You've heard it here first.
Are you shocked at what Ramy is just because I'm fucking a little bit like, okay, cool.
Yeah. You know why?
Are you with that?
Can I tell you?
I have to back it.
Can I tell you another thing? Can I tell you another thing?
Mansour has been talking.
No,
to
but you know what? Hold on, Steve. Hold on. Before Butcher goes, can I say something as well? The amount of hope I've seen my Arsenal fan mates have. Oh, look at us! This after we lost, they're like, bro, look at us. We're gonna win now. Blah blah blah. All this stuff. To see it flop again would be a good laugh for me. To be honest with you, it'd be a good
It's
laugh.
strictly
Would've
fans
for
to look
me,
at that.
It'd be a great laugh, man. I wouldn't mind it.
Borche's changing his tune. I think he's been convinced by Ramy. I can
don't
see
know,
it.
that
I think
Sheikh Mansour looked after us last year.
dude, he had drinks. He had little sandwichy things and all that. You know,
Yeah,
he had a trophy
beverages.
where he looked at.
Beverages,
He had Manchester City
spirits.
legends.
Yeah,
We had Man United legends.
Man United legends, Bosnich.
Bozza.
The house.
Good bloke, guys. Mark
No,
Bosnich.
but
top bloke.
it's a hard one. If the thing
It is a hard question.
The-
It is.
it's-
It is a hard question.
to be honest, even growing up, bro, Man City, even now, bro, Man City, they're just a bit annoying now because they're winning it. They're annoying. It's
Because
been
they've got money,
annoying.
yeah.
Yeah, not just that they got money. It's because if you flipped it and it was Newcastle back then getting bought out instead of
City.
Man City. I think you don't mind it as much, but because it's your noisy neighbor,
Yeah.
like imagine if it was Tottenham.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, bro, it would be annoying. Even though
If it was Tottenham or
As
you
much
guys,
as
I'd
I
be
try, I
picking you
can't
guys to
imagine
win it.
it.
I don't want Tottenham.
yeah, you
anymore.
can't even imagine that, eh?
As much as I
you
try,
can't even
I
imagine
just
that.
don't see
But
it
like,
happening.
to get
the
him,
Disney movie.
to get him.
Yeah, but Tottenham has been more relevant longer than Man City has. Do you know what I mean? Tottenham's been more relevant in the league than City has.
in the league, yeah.
In the Premier League, Tottenham have been more relevant longer than City.
Man
Yeah,
City's
they've
already got
existed.
more trophies.
They've
And
existed.
City already have more trophies.
They've existed for.
Still not Champions Leagues, but yeah.
They got more
more
leagues than these blokes.
No, but Invincibles, brother, it means 10.
Mansour is fucking.
Invincibles. It's a gold one. It's the size of this. We're fucking man. Didn't man.
But it's
United
gold,
get-
mate. But it's gold.
Is that one?
Hey, he's not
These ones
answering.
are-
He's not answering.
These dumb cunts made it out like fucking. It was an actual gold trophy that they gave him. No,
It was, bro.
it wasn't, bro.
Haven't you seen
Go
it?
look at the one they lifted. It was
You
a
haven't
normal
seen
one.
it because it's invisible
it's
now, not
vis-
invincible.
Oh, invisible! Like, nah. But look, for City to get 3 in a row,
It hurts.
yeah,
It hurts.
Fuck, like to equal
But can
our
you-
record.
Because then they
Arsenal's already won.
creeping
Arsenal's has already won a Premier League, and you guys are so far off the
Doubles.
pace.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be like 4 or 5 Premier League trophies.
What a phase,
Don't-
right?
Huh?
You'd be alright with it.
I should be alright, but it's the fans.
It's the fans. I'm telling you, it's purely the
Like,
fans, not the
you
club.
have- even like the ones online, like for example, Troops was selling Arteta out t-shirts fucking 6 months ago.
Is he now selling the Arteta in ones?
Now it's Arteta in. Now he's my manager. This that. You got all these like you just all come out of the woodwork now. I've had Arsenal fed.
We're not all like that.
Not all like that.
I
but
know you're not
majority-
all, but the ones that we know.
Yeah, the majority ones for years. Oh no, bro, fuck that. I've stopped watching Arsenal, bro. Buying Bayern Munich jerseys and shit now and all this. All of a sudden,
Yep.
we draw to Palace and they want to come at me. Where's your cigar today? Well, brother, you better win the league because if you don't win the league, guess what?
We're
the
coming.
Hubbly Bubbly is gonna be like that. The big bazooka Hubbly Bubblies, 2 of them.
It's a cross
So get
choice.
ready.
So
What
the
is
question.
that?
It's a cross choice.
So the question.
Bro, that thought. Think about the thought, Butcher, to add on to what you said. Think about the thought
so
of
the-
Arsenal just slipping it up and just like,
So
oh.
the question that Borche presented to everyone was, would he rather Arsenal, Manchester City win it? And I'm still waiting to find out what is it going to be.
Huh?
Would
Who
you
you
rather?
picking?
Would you rather Arsenal?
Oh, bro, what?
So-
This season?
Yeah.
Oh, United's winning the league. What's wrong with you guys?
If it was going to be between Arsenal and Manchester City to win the league,
Oh, is that? So you're changing the
that
question.
was your question. Was that his question?
That
I'm
was
pretty
my
sure-
question to him. You can't use my questions now.
I'm asking you the same
I
question.
asked the
I want
questions,
your
brother.
opinion. I want your
I asked
opinion.
the questions.
You're going to put him on a
I don't
spot.
know.
I'm putting you on a spot.
I don't know.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
It is
Flip coin?
because
It's
to
a
be
very
honest-
tough one, bro.
To be honest, the thing is with City, if City win the league, we all write it off. Yeah,
It's
That's
City,
what I wanna
the
see.
usual.
it's like yeah,
It's
whatever.
because it's
Now
now
Chelsea,
coming.
I don't want to see win.
It's like a write-off. Now Chelsea, Yeah, Chelsea.
That's me though. That's
I'll pick Chelsea to win out of anyone else.
Oh yeah, I'll pick Chelsea over
man.
Arsenal, City,
and all that. Yeah, I would.
or Liverpool.
But you guys is different. For you guys, you wouldn't want Chelsea. You pick City over.
Yeah, I'll take City.
I'll take City over
You guys
Chelsea
will take
as well.
Liverpool to win the league over Chelsea or Tottenham or someone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
Of course.
because of Derby? Is that why?
Of course, the
No,
London rivals.
we're all right around each other.
But that's why they got beef with these guys as well. There's not really beef with us and Chelsea. It's always a fucking
But do you
score
guys
draw.
really have beef with City? You really don't. I'll be honest
Yeah,
with you
but
guys.
at the end of the day, now they're getting loud because they're winning trophies. And
Worrying.
does Arsenal win the league and get 5, or does fucking you give City another trophy? And then it's like they're creeping up. So I don't know how much they fucking won, but sooner or later it's gonna be fucking 13. We're gonna be on 13. They're gonna be on 10. Then they're gonna take over. Then fuck, what we doing here?
Then you guys are
And
not
then if they
looking
get
like.
a Champions League as well, fuck, bro.
If
But
Yeah,
it's
but
it's
still.
okay if they've got more, right?
It's not okay.
Because your friends are
so,
asking.
has he answered the question yet?
I think you danced around it pretty well.
City, I think he dances pretty well. Hey, this guy
Salsa, bro.
dances,
He's
bro.
This
guy dances, bro. No, I'm telling you.
Comment below, did
From
he
what I'm
actually answer
hearing,
the
he's
question?
saying City over Arsenal. That's what I'm hearing.
he's
I don't know, bro. I don't
He doesn't want to say it.
Now, I'll admit something to you guys. This is funny. When I first started watching Premier League football, I didn't realise there was 2 teams in Manchester. I only thought.
Neither did
Robinho,
Robinho.
Oh, yeah. So me,
Sign for the red.
what is this? And it's like
Robinho joined Manchester. He's wearing blues. What am I doing, bro?
Third division. I had no idea. I had no idea there was a City team.
Yeah.
Right? And when they did pop up, I was like, when I'm hearing Manchester City, I'm like, what? And when I found out there was actually a second team, I've gone, oh, okay, fair enough. I never rated them back in the 90s because you just didn't. It was like Chelsea. You didn't fucking rate them. Who were they? They were just someone who existed. I think City now, for you guys though, are a team that are next door, that are making moves, and they're moving in the right direction. And you don't want them to ever overshadow you.
It's annoying too because the owners have come in, regardless of the money that they've put in, the way the way that they've put the money in, the way their structure is in terms of buying players,
the
recruitment,
manager.
what they're doing with facilities, and not just with the first team, with the reserves, with the women's team.
That word.
What is it?
Facilities.
Facilities.
We still got the
You
same
talking
fucking
about the chef
treadmill.
again?
We still got the same fucking treadmill when fucking, what do you call it?
So you're
Ronaldo.
complaining about
Best.
you complaining
You,
about
you heard Ronaldo say it in the fucking
the
interview.
canteen lady. You don't like.
Yeah,
Spa
Ronaldo
the
come back,
canteen.
nothing's changed.
And the only thing that's changed
Poor
is his
bloke,
attitude.
guys, poor bloke, because he's eating at Old Trafford, the bastard. Yeah? He's eating here. He's obviously got personal chefs. He's not going to be on a fucking treadmill at Old Trafford. He's got fucking 4 at home. He's not going to have a spa at Old Trafford.
Why couldn't he have just brought one in and just
Shit.
gave it to the club and said, "Look, I've got 4. Here's one."
I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, Arsenal's. I mean,
sharing is caring. But
Yeah.
obviously,
21 is coming, but so it's not relevant what that question is about.
but guys, look, I'm going to wrap up the yarn right here. I think the Man United topic has been covered. I think the Arsenal topic has been covered, and I think we've got to touch base one more time. I think let's say match day 30. See where the fuck we are.
38, bro, when it's the last game.
Last game.
Last game of the season.
We do the
Let's
watch
do
So
along.
we're going to be toe to toe.
We do a watch along. Last game of the season. Hey, I reckon it'll be shits and giggles. But guys, look, Ramy, I appreciate you fucking coming.
Thank you, brother.
I know you got family commitments.
That's all right, man.
But,
That's all right.
There's a bit of love.
This is family, bro. This is family, man. The yarn, I love the yarn.
He's going to give me the bird.
Zeake, seriously,
Pleasure.
being on the yarn. Big up yourself for showing up to this
Appreciate
fucking to the shed. And
Now it's a shed.
You whatever. All right, you're just always here because you live here. All right, and I appreciate. I'm not gonna appreciate you being here. It's just
using
like
you
we
for
might as well hang
facilities.
out, you know.
Using you for my facilities, bro.
Just,
Fucking
you know,
Cristiano over here.
that's
Just,
another-
you know,
that's
the
another
facilities.
X on
In a minute,
the-
I'm
Next time I have Borche on one of the jerseys hanging up there. It's just there.
Nah, look, honestly, I really appreciate you guys jumping in this yarn. I think it was one of the best ones I've done. Guys, if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. Please check out the Football Capital. Zeake is going to be on my channel a lot more. Ramy, I want you fucking in the Football Capital.
More than
a lot
happy
more.
to, man.
You got to be here and you got to be at the Football Capital because people are fucking, mate, they're going to miss you. You know what I mean?
Mate.
Good to see you.
Mate,
Man, this guy has
it's off season for coaching, so I'm available right now.
to next week. They start next
the
week.
receipt.
I'm back Monday, man. I'm back Monday.
We've got him for 4 days.
Let's
Okay.
record back to back till midnight.
Your bill just went up again, bro.
Guys, look, from the Aussie Gooner, from the crew here, I'm going to say it. It's Uru, guys. It's Uru.